We'll see about health and indoor air quality in detail. This presentation was now it's been presented in a for summit health summit நடந்துச்சு அதில் வந்து they have presented this, so I have taken that from there. So starting with what is there in our house. Okay, health and indoor air quality, what and all we are having, everything in the house, only inside the indoor things, not only house. It also said that if you are in a stadium, indoor stadium, or if you are in a factory, whatever, right? So planning and design to promote the health of the residents living in the room. That's the major point of studying about the indoor air pollution. Okay, so planning and design to promote the health of the residents living in the home. We are how we discussed about the people that are residing in the society or moving in the society. Likewise, we have the equal responsibility for saving the or safeguarding the health of the residents living inside the home as well. Reduce indoor pollutants and protect from the hazardous material. Reducing the, we cannot avoid indoor air pollutant. How outdoor air pollutants cannot be avoided, can only be controlled, right? Similarly, even indoor air pollution cannot be avoided. So how we can reduce it and protect the hazardous material and prevent mold growth by managing the mold growth. So how do you stop or prevent the multiplication of whatever the pollutants that are in this? Then improve indoor air quality for occupants by increasing the ventilation and by introducing air purification. Air purification, it has to be done in nature process, not by introducing like CFC gases, like air conditioners and the mari use pannakoodadhu. So you have to increase the ventilation, and also you can purify air by natural means. That can be possible. Then healthier people, pets, families of all ages. Most people spend 90% of their time in the indoors. So maximum, we know how we are, wherever we go, we are citizen in house, house, we are going to be there. We are going for job, there also we are in a inside environment. College on the everywhere, 90% of our time is spent indoor. Remain 10% only will account that in a traveling atmosphere, right? Homes built green can be a better solution for preventing our health. So green building design can be a very good solution for stopping this indoor air pollution to some extent. People with allergies and asthma generally have less symptoms to indoor air pollutions. So even we ourselves, we couldn't able to know how we are being affected because of the indoor air pollution. It is a long-term effect which will be seen in the later part. Infants, elderly, and then infant spend most of the time, more or less, almost most of the time in the indoor only. Homes are now built tight and are usually constructed with toxic materials, as we said. Even cement itself, toxic material, right? Even cement itself are very toxic material. So we have to stop that, and there are a lot of material we are using for making ourselves, making the look very easy by what do you say that paints, appealing paints லாம் யூஸ் பண்றோம். கூலா இருக்கணும்னு வேற ஏதாவது சில விஷயம் பண்றோம். Apart from greener பண்ணாம வேற எல்லா விஷயமும் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம், which leads to a indoor air pollution because of this some toxic materials that are present in the paints and cement, etc. How we breathe. So this I already told you. I have insisted as 25,000 breaths. So here they have given that 20,000 breaths. So we breathe about 35 gallons of air each day. If you say it in a volume, 25 m³ of volume we are breathing each day. Make it a note for objective question. 35 gallons of air each day, or 25 m³ of volume of air we are breathing, or 20,000 to 25,000 times we are inhaling and exhaling. Breathing is happening in general. Okay, 20,000 to 25,000. So everywhere we are breathing. So there are possibilities for tiny fine particles and gases to get into us, which leads to a toxic health conditions. So as we discussed earlier, the reasons are some of the pollutants that are being responsible for indoor air pollution. One is tobacco consumption. So we can see the death rate in, actually this is a data acquired from the US. So there itself around 430,000 deaths occurred per year because of consumption of tobacco, and then lead, formaldehyde, radon, dust mites, VOC, even VOC, volatile organic compounds, which are emitted from factories, automobiles and all, that will come to our home if our home is being exposed to, if it is being exposed to the open air or is being exposed to the highways or roadways, direct exposed the okay, and then allergies, okay, allergies from our homes. So a lot of the carbon monoxide reacts to leads to 500 deaths per year because of carbon monoxide inhalation. All this is only indoor data. Okay, outdoor data, outdoor like வெளியில இருக்கிற air pollution வந்து அதோட data statistics வேற. ஓகேவா? Effects of common air pollutants. So if you say respiratory problems will get, so symptoms what for that is cough, wheezing, shortness of breath, chest tightness. So these are some symptoms where you are subjected to respiratory effects. Increased sickness and premature death because of asthma, okay, wheezing, asthma, pneumonia, the மாதிரி diseaseலாம் வரதுக்கு நிறைய வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு. Development of new disease, this can also leads to a formation of, this is going to be a carrier for new disease, right? Chronic bronchitis, then premature aging of the lungs, or earlier death are possible because of this kind of respiratory problems. And then cardiovascular effects, heart attack, chest problem, right? Shortness of breathness, chest tightness, unusual fatigue. So these are some of the symptoms for cardiovascular effects because of air pollutant. Increased sickness and premature death leads to coronary artery diseases, abnormal heart rhythms, and congestive heart failure. These are some possible effects or which can lead to death. How pollutants cause symptoms? So you can see some diagrams. Very well, you know about the consumption of tobacco, how it is going to be affecting lungs to the most and most, right? There is a saying that even those who is consuming, those who are inhaling the smoke or tobacco, right, cigarettes, apart avangala vida adhigama yaarukku paadikkum, those who are being with them, right? Those who are being with them, they are having a larger possibilities of lungs damage. So even it is not that you should not smoke, it is you should not smoke, also you should not be there with the smoking people. That cause more than 30 to 40% of problems. Okay, please make a note.
Sorry.
Oh. We'll move on further. With what are some type of indoor air quality contaminants? Enna contaminants irukku appadina. So biological contaminants, molds and mildews, dust in the fungus form ஆகுது. And then நான் என்ன சொன்ன மாதிரி கிச்சன்ல how many hours people are spending, women in homes. So 80% of Indian women, they are spending 3 to 4 hours in kitchen on an average per day. So அவங்களோட inhalation capacity பார்த்துக்கோங்க எந்த அளவுக்கு they are going to inhale the toxicness of the whatever the dust, whatever you call, right? Then these are some biological contaminants and chemical contaminants like carbon monoxide, volatile organic compounds, radon, and respirable particles. SRM particles are very, very tiny particles, very even less size than PM. That is also where there is a possibility for inhaling. Even that inhalation also gives some pleasant odor, right? A few people take camphor, petrol, kerosene smell, they like to inhale, right? So, but that is also very, very toxic. They are the respirable particles. Biological contaminations, mold and mildew are everywhere in the environment. So growth due to humidity and temperature. Moisture problem can be caused by tight homeness. So nowadays we are building, we are not at all giving gaps, right? We are not at all giving gaps by size. We are not at all giving some gaps at all, right? So because of that, if there is going to be a rain, then we can get a dampness, right? Dampness is nothing but ஈரப்பதம் சொல்லுவாங்க. வீட்டில் பார்க்கலாம், நல்லா மழை பெய்யுதுன்னா இங்கே உள்ளேருந்து பார்த்தோம்னா வெளியே தண்ணி அந்த படிஞ்சிருக்கு தெரியும். ஸோ அந்த டேம்ப்னஸ் அதிகமாச்சுன்னா அங்கே ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக ஃபங்கஸ் கிரியேட் ஆகும், சிமெண்ட் வாட்டரோட ரியாக்ட் ஆகும், இல்லை பெயிண்ட் அந்த டேம்ப்னஸ் ரியாக்ட் ஆகும். ஸோ நமக்கு ஒரு பேட் ஸ்மெல் வரும், இல்லை நமக்கு தெரியாமலே இன்ஹலேஷன் உள்ள போயிட்டு ஓகேவா. Then how much moisture problem? Average household of 4 creates 3 to 6 gallon of water per day into the air. So these are some statistics. Is directly related with US, so we don't need to worry about these strategies. So this is what they are saying, mold and mildews. That is because of the dampness. You might have seen in your house walls. பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா இந்த மாதிரிலாம் dampness? Are you people listening? Guys?
Yes, sir.
Then chemical contamination gases, very, very basic is combustion product is CO, carbon monoxide. Then organic gases such as volatile organic compounds, VOC. Radon gases found naturally in the earth crust. This is very, very least number, percentage will be very least when compared with VOC and CO. Carbon monoxide, this very well. Please have a look into this carbon monoxide, how it is objective. It's a colorless, practically odorless and tasteless gas or liquid. It results from incomplete oxidation of carbon in combustion. So an objective question goes like this: which is the result of incomplete oxidation of carbon during combustion? So it goes, the answer would be carbon monoxide. Sources include innovated fluid, fossil fuel fires, appliances and respiratory products such as air from the tobacco, wood, gas and oil. Health effects associated with CO, which includes fatigue at the lower concentration. Fatigue is sudden failure to impair vision and coordination, headaches, dizziness, nausea, and a lot of other health related issues. VOC, many VOC are present in the household products and many are known as suspected carcinogens. So common sources of VOC include paints, paint strippers and other solvents, aerosol sprays, cleaners and disinfectants, repellents, air fresheners, stored fuel, automotive products, coffee supplies and dry clean units. How it is being inside our home? Some ways of homeowners can reduce exposure to VOC include use household product according to the manufacturer direction. Many times we won't even touch upon the instructions that are given by the manufacturer. Just like that, we think that we are the supreme owner of that product and we know all such things, how to use it, right? Directly we'll go on with the usages, right? We never look into the direction of the manufacturer. So store it in a cold place, in the marine area, won't even touch upon that. We will go on with our flow as if we know everything. So that has to be reduced. We have to stick upon the manufacturer direction. They have, because they are the product making company. They know very well. There are some standards, and it has to pass a lot of rules and regulations. Then only it has to reach our to us, that is our client. So they have to give necessary instructions and directions for our usage. But we are not lending, or we are not at all turning to that instruction directly we are using. So if you stick on to that instruction, சில இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்லாம் கண்டிப்பாக கொஞ்சம் அதிகமாக இருக்கும். அந்த அளவுக்கு இல்லாமல் மினிமம் லெவல் ஆஃப் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் என்ன சொல்கிறாங்களோ அதுவே நம்ம என்ன பண்ண மாட்டோம், வி ஓன்ட் கன்சிடர். அது கிராஜுவலாக நடக்கும், நமக்கே தெரியாது, பண்ணவே மாட்டோம். இப்படி அதெல்லாம் பண்ணாமல் இருக்கக்கூடாது, பண்ணணும். Use household products outdoor and in well ventilated place. If you are using such product, you have to use it in the outdoor side, or it has to be done in a well ventilated place. Dispose unused or little used containers safely. So this we are recycle, reuse, and the concept of purchasing quantities you will use soon within the 6 months. Please don't store household products or whatever the product in a large duration of time duration. Okay, so it automatically leads to some other biological, it changes its nature or it loses its capacity. எப்படி பார்த்தாலும் காசு லாஸ், எல்லாமே லாஸ், டஸ்ட்டும் அதிகமாக ஃபார்ம் ஆகிறதுக்கான நிறைய பாசிபிலிட்டிஸ் வந்து அது. POC as a formaldehyde had a strong odor which is emitted from the various construction materials, including the plywood which we are using for wall panels, particle boards, fiber boards, furniture, carpentry works, and all we will use formaldehyde. So this is what I said. If they use fevicol or varnish, the smell nulla irukum, but no, it is not good to inhale. It is also used as a component of some glue. That's what I said, fevicols and adhesives, and as a preservative in some type of paints and coating products. So exposure to formaldehyde can cause watery eyes, nose, throat, and eye irritations, and breathing difficulties as well. Higher concentration may trigger asthma attack in certain people for heavy carbohydrate. Nalla irukku appadindu we should not inhale. Chemical gas, radon. Radon is a natural radioactive gas that you cannot see, smell, or taste. It is so this another MCQ. Radon is a chemical gas which cannot be seen, cannot smell, or you cannot taste as well, right? Its presence in your home can pose a danger to your family health conditions. Radon is leading cause of lung cancer among non-smokers. See, only smokers will get lung disease கிடையாது. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரியும் நம்ம வந்து இன்ஹேல் நமக்கு தெரியாமல் நம்ம அறியாமல் இன்ஹேல் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம் அப்படின்னா we are also subjected to that is non-smoker are also subjected to some sort of lung cancers. It is the second leading cause for lung cancer in America and times more than 20,000 lives annually. So as far as India is concerned, this rate is very, very low compared with the America. Respirable particles, source of respirable particles goes like this: fireplaces, wood stove, kerosene heaters, and environmental tobacco smoke. Particles of very less size, less than 10 micrometers in dia, tend to pose the greatest health concern because they can be inhaled into and accumulate in the respiratory system. Health effects: eye, nose, and throat irritation, respiratory infections, and bronchitis, lung cancers are also possible. These are some particle sizes which are present in the atmosphere. According to this, we will be inhaling. So if you see, we can see in the range visible to the human eyes will be in the range of 10 micron to 10,000 micron is the gases that can be visible to our eyes. Below that it is not possible. Below 10 micron is not possible. So there are some various dust particles, hair, human hair, pollen, bacteria, plant spores, fog, mist, tobacco smoke, oil smoke, viruses, gas molecules, fumes. So everything